What's up, guys? Today we're looking at the Mosdeep Cup. It's kind of like a team cup. I'll explain a bit more later. We started with a pretty standard Salamence and Tatar, and looks like a trapping team from the bottom. But Scar really survives this, so I'm not sure what's wrong with his Magneton. Um, Toxic wasn't correct there, but the Magneton is going to be able to get the Scarm with just one spike, so that's really good considering that he wasn't able to kill the Scarm. Um, but the Suicune is going to be quite threatening. He's bringing it in on the Moltres, possibly not fearing the HP grass. Just going to Calm Mind here. I don't know if it's going to live another. But the bottom certainly thinks it does. And that's a crit. So there's the backbone of this Suicune Calm Mind's team just gone. Like I don't really see how bottom is going to get out of this unless there's another win condition. But with Magneton and Claydol, possibly that's why the Magneton is defensive, because he knows he's going to be able to get the spikes off anyway with Claydol. But I'm expecting just a slow death from here. But let's see what the bottom is able to accomplish. So it's a team tournament, and as far as I know, there's not that many teams, but the winning team, like, that's these two people, and now they're playing each other. Like, I haven't seen many tournaments like this. I'm not sure if I like it, because, like, why would you want to be on a team with someone who's really your rival, seeing as there can only be one winner? But anyway, we're seeing the slow death here live on screen with the clay doll on the Jirachi exploding. Like, doesn't look like it's going to do that much. But here's the other win condition, the curse Snorlax. You don't often see it because it's just not as powerful as the Suicune Calm Minding, and you see exactly why here. It just gets roared out, but it hasn't lost much health, so it can just try again. Just get a bit more damage on the Suicune. And its bird now is this extra over now. Like, I'm just going to skip a couple turns here because there's no use delaying the inevitable. I skipped a turn and here's the sleep. So it's just going to get roared, but it is asleep now. Only 0 turns gone, so it looks extra over. And the Judge is Calm Minding up. If I were to look at the other team quickly, like, Jarchi looks like a real win con. The spikes from Skarmory help, of course. I feel like the Titar was, like, mostly offensive. So perhaps perhaps that's all the physical offense that it brought, like a Moltres as a special offense, just as a Jirachi. So possibly a bit more special leaning. I'm not sure what the Pert does. This Jirachi is going to the moon, but it looks like so is Snorlax. But I have to imagine Jirachi wins this. Though it's starting to look like maybe it needs a crit. I'm not sure. I suppose we'll see. Um, Looks like the Snorlax is going to have to keep breaking the subs because otherwise Archie's going to go even higher, and then it won't need a crit. I don't think if it goes up to max. But there it is. Like we didn't see a rest early enough, and then Jirachi just gets it. Like the return didn't do that much to Jirachi. Even boosted. Like I don't know if Snorlax carries Earthquake much, but that could have changed things. But with just the return, it looks like that was it. So now I am actually going to skip. It's just trading down, and last year is just a Celebi, which I assume isn't going to do that much against the Moltres. Yeah, here comes the Moltres to finish it off. GG's in the chats. Like as for analysis, I feel like I've done it mostly, as it was quite a slow game. Like the Skarmory not killing in one go, it ended up not mattering. Especially with the Claydol, so you could have already seen that here that wasn't going to matter. The Suicune gets hit by Hidden Power, and its only chance to get out of it was to Calm Mind. But why it stayed in on the Hidden Power, like, I don't know, maybe it was a roll. Like, maybe it could have survived another. Because it definitely did have a Hidden Power. It was a crit. So perhaps it was the crit that sealed the game. Like, maybe it was just going to rest, and then that would have done it. So, like, maybe it was the crit. Like, you'd assume that from how Bottom was playing. Well, let's get into the next game then. There's quite a standard matchup. It's just Houdini Metagross. Top sacks the Charizard because you don't need a Charizard as much when Metagross is gone. So definitely an expected Houdini. Ooh, and there's a crit. So that's another crit that really mattered because that Skarmory would have been quite fine if it wasn't for the T-Star. So again, from here you can just see a loss coming from the bottom again off a crit. This is why I don't play myself. I love watching, but getting crit like that, it just breaks something inside me. It's just a bit painful for me personally, but I love watching it. It's like people boxing, they're both getting hurt, but they seem to enjoy it. It's fun seeing them punch each other. Like, well, that's my thoughts anyway. This Metagross is just trading down, I assume. Probably knew it wasn't going to kill, or assumed that it could be possible. It is 3-on-4. Like, I'm not sure how it happened, but I'll look back during the analysis. But that makes it 3-on-3 with a Revenge from the Jolt. This T-Tar is fully healthy. So definitely good for the Celebi. Swampert's pretty healthy as well. I'm not sure what the Jolt is doing here. Possibly just wasting some Giga Drain PP. Like maybe that's just it. Like it doesn't look sensible, but I suppose we're going to see what it was for now. Just to get the T-Star in with the DD here, but I don't see what's going to do against Swampert. Yeah, Earthquake, so that should be a 2 hits KO from the damage roll here. Yeah, that does it. So it was just trying to get T-Star in cleanly so it could do this. Not faster than Arrow, apparently. But he had a Swampert in the back. So that's just Arrow and Celebi, so that's why I gave up the Jolts. Definitely just saw a couple turns ahead, which is essential, of course. In chess as well as in Pokemon. Yeah, the Swamp is just going to... well, this makes it a bit interesting, but the Swamp just needs a little bit of damage so that a Giga Drain can hit the Celebi. I don't know if it's fast or not. But I assume here we're going to see the... Oh, wow. Well, that didn't go how I expected it. Wow, well, let's look at that endgame then, I guess. So Jolt sacks itself because to get the T-Tar in, I assume. T-Tar comes in, kills the Swampert, so that's good, you assume. Takes a bit of damage. Swampert goes down, has to move out for the Aerodactyl, so possibly he didn't realize it was an Aerodactyl, because that it does make the team like, well, I wanted to say physically offensive, but both the Swampert and the T-Tar are mixed, so I suppose that makes it a mixed team. And possibly not expecting the Celebi to be CM, because that's what made the Giga Drain kill. So maybe that's 2 surprises. Like maybe the team on the bottom is a bit more physically oriented with only like 2 mixed and a Celebi with Calm Mind, like possibly that makes up for it, the Calm Mind. But that was pretty insane. Like if we go back to the start, like just a Metagross, so nothing too interesting so far. Like the crit on the Scarm, but still manages to win. So I think that's quite impressive. But I kind of want to see what's made the difference here then. Like when did the momentum swing back? So still reasonably equal. I suppose the Cloyster just got. Yeah, so there you see it. So now it's 2 for 2. And nobody has spikes. So I guess the Cloyster just didn't get done anything. Didn't get anything done. Comes in again. When it comes in for the first time, here it is. Comes in on a Hydro Pump. And then it just Rapid Spins. It chooses to Rapid Spin instead of spiking. Maybe he was afraid there was a spinner in the back, or maybe he just didn't want to spike. and knew he could get rid of it knowing Skarmory was gone. But at this point, it's relatively equal again. And that's where we left off. The Jolteon sacks itself, and there's our end game. And I think the top thought it could win in this way, but so did the bottom. So it was just sorry to reference our game, a game of poker. Like, they both thought they could win with this exact line, but only one did, of course. So congratulations to Blyargh. I think that's what he calls himself. I suppose Blyargh is Mayopockets. Congratulations. You see a little trophy next to his name for winning the Mosdeep Cup. So yeah, congrats. And to everybody watching, thanks for watching.